Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Handy Mandy TV, and today we're going to be doing another bracelet. I've been doing some bracelet tutorials for like the last month, so I've got just a whole bunch made and they're selling. I've had like a dozen people, or a dozen orders so far, so that's great for Christmas stocking stuff. So, and then as soon as I can, I'm going to try and get them online on Facebook. So, I'm going to put it under the bonus features on the website, and the link to the website is below, handymandytv.weebly.com. And today we're going to be doing an 8-strand. So it looks like this. So the single one that's beaded down the center looks like this, and the 8-strand is double the width. So what you're going to need is some string. I'm using the crochet cord size 10, and I managed to get some more colors over at Michael's. They have a bigger selection. You're going to need a ruler because we're doing everything in inches. Some beads. For this one, because you got beads in the middle, you don't want them too big. These purple ones, as you can see, are pretty big, and the silver ones are smaller, so almost like half the size. I need some scissors. You need a needle. I have a couple ones here. One is really thin, but it has a large hole for the head of the needle to get that thread through. And the other one is slightly bigger, and the tip is as blunted as possible. So we're going to use that to back sew the thread when we do the adjustable part with our square knots. And you're also going to need a clipboard. I've already got everything set up, and some of these little black clips just in case. Actually, you will need them because that's what I use for the adjustable part. So I've already cut them, and they are 50 inches long, and you'll need 8 strings that are 50 inches long. Then you're going to tie the very end of it, and then you're going to measure with your ruler and make sure you don't tighten the knot until it's exactly 3 inches long. And then you're going to divide that in half, so 4 on both sides, and you're going to knot it as close to that second knot as possible. And now I'm going to give you a close-up for the next step, because we're going to start beading or putting the beads on the string, so that way all you have to do is just slide it up instead of beading every single time you do a knot. So, alright, so I've taken it and I've put it in the clipboard between the second and third knots. Third knots, there's 2 of them. Alright, so, and then I've taken the inside and the outside of these, and so the inside I've put 30 beads, and I've just knotted it on the end, so that way, not like knot, but like if I pull, say, the shorter end, it'll just all come undone. So you want one of those kind of knots. So I put 30 on the inside, and on the very outside I've put 50, and if I put too many, I can just take them off. I'm gonna bead 6 inches worth, or do the bracelet 6 inches, and then I'll knot it off, and we'll do our adjustable edge. So here's my 2 edges. I've got 4 on this side, 4 on this side, and you want to start off with the middle. So you're going to take the inside of the 2 from here, and then take, so it's essentially the 2 strings from the inside of both sides, and you're going to combine them. And with my beads, I'm going to take 1 from the left, 1 from the right, bring this up to the top, and I'm going to take those strings on the other side. I'm going to do a square knot. So the left over, the right over that edge, behind the center and through the back of the left overlap of the loop. And there's one side. And now we're going to do the reverse. Now when you're tightening this, these two beads kind of wants to go in behind, so you want them side by side. So when you do your knots, you want to be careful that you're not putting it too tight that one is over top of the other. You want them side by side. And now we're going to separate these. We're going to do another square knot, and this time on the very outside we're bringing 2 beads up. We're going to do the reverse for the right side, so 2 beads up on the very outside, and square knot. Left first, then right. So there's the first stages of your bracelet, and you just keep going. So we'll go back to the middle. Alright, just so that everything ends up evenly, so now it's a complete 6 inches, or like give 1/8 or something. I put 1 bead on both sides so it ends up the same length, because if I do 2, it's going to end up uneven. Now I'm going to take all these beads off that I have extra. It's better to take them off than have to stop and bead more. Now I'm going to take 4 threads on the left and knot those as close as possible. Lay down! Now for the other side. Knot them both together. So it's reverse of what you did when you started. So now I'm going to make sure that this is exactly 3 inches. Nice and tight. Now because we have so much left, you could probably do a second one. I'm just going to take one of these for our adjustable. So I'm going to take the knot to the other side, like this, overlapping it, and I'm going to clip them together. And we're going to do our adjustable, so from behind. Of course, this thing wants to move every 2 seconds. Make sure the ends are relatively even. Don't tie it too tight, because what you're going to end up doing is threading it back through. And we're going to do 4 sets of square knots. So I'm going to unclip these. Thread one end through that thick needle with the blunt end. Get you guys a little closer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through 4 threads. Back through 2. Through 4. I find this backstopping is really good because what happens is if you keep pulling and adjusting and stuff, it'll eventually come undone. So this backstopping I'm doing will hopefully prevent most of that for long term. Clip this and do it again. If you find that the one side you're running out of room, you can always flip it and do it on the other side. And that's it. So there's our bracelet, and it's adjustable. There we go. See y'all next week.